Hey guys, this is Aegis, and this is the fourth game between UMBC and the US Naval Academy. It's going to be Colors as the Protoss player playing against Ices, the Terran player. Ices is going to be playing for Team UMBC and Colors for the US Air Force Academy. This is going to be MLG Xel'Naga Caverns. And of course, MLG Xel'Naga Caverns, the only difference I know of is the supply depot at the bottom, and in this bottom corner, left-hand corner, we do have Ices, our red Terran player, spawning for Team UMBC, and his opponent is going to be Colors, the green Protoss player, going to be spawning as the Protoss, I already said that, as the Protoss player for the US Air Force Academy. If I have ever been saying Naval Academy, that's because we're in Maryland, and that's close by, but that is incorrect. It's the Air Force Academy here, and I hope I haven't been saying Naval Academy, because UMBC played them like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Alright, well, sucks to be watching the recording. And Ices is a probes OP. Yeah, I went to get a cookie, and now I have an... Anyways, back to the game. Barracks coming up at the front, and Colors is going to be trying to harass that SCV. It looks like Ices does get an SCV over there. He's going to be hiding his tech a little bit. This is like what they call hiding something that's completely normal. This does endanger that pylon to drops later on in the game, as well as Banshees. So if that's what Ices opts to do in this game, that could cause some problems. We'll see if Ices decides to go for that 1-1-1 build. Colors is going to be taking some damage with his probe. He's going to be making some constellation designs here with his probe. Looks like the SCV will be engaging that probe in battle. And there's the supply depot going down at the front. No Marine coming out yet. There's a Marine on the way for Ices. He does have that probe trapped in here. It does only have 6 health left. And there's a cyber core down in the back as well. Ices is going to be doing his first scouting in here, or well, second scouting. He's going to be scooting around to see exactly what's going on. He will see the cyber core and the gateway in the back corner, so he knows that everything here is generally normal. It's just trying to throw him a little bit off, and it looks like that Marine finally cleaning up that probe. It's going to be looking for that probe. There it is. There it is, that probe will get cleaned up. Colors is a little bit sad about something. Not sure what he was actually sad about. But there's a factory now on the way, as well as the second gas. The float up from the barracks will be moving it to the backside, going to be throwing up a bunker here. And this actually does open up the possibility of those Banshees. He is getting a reactor on his barracks, and having this reactor is actually pretty telltale of a 1-1-1 build, so we'll see if that's exactly what he's going for. He is mining the gas. This will allow him to produce Banshees and annoying units such as the Raven. I do play Protoss, so I find it to be really annoying to be facing a 1-1-1. I also call it overpowered, and there's that SCV going to get a couple shots off, and it looks like the Stalker will take it down. Robotics facility on the way for Colors, and there's the starport coming up, and this is the 1-1-1 build. There is the tech lab coming up on the factory, and we're gonna have to see if Colors is gonna be able to defend this. This is going to be a lot of trouble for him, and there's the Stalker trying to poke up here, but there is a bunker in place to prevent that Stalker from doing too much damage. The SCV is gonna be trying to scoot out here to try to scout his opponent. And, well, actually, he's getting a couple more barracks right now, and there's the starport switching over to the tech lab, going to be able to enable the production of Banshees maybe with Cloak, maybe without Cloak. We'll see what he decides to do. and his opponent is going to be going for the expand, so Ices with that nice SCV scout will be able to scoot in here and see everything that's going on. He sees the robotics facility, he also sees all the tech, he sees both gases, he knows everything that's going on inside of Color's base. Just because his units were slightly out of position, he is going to be warping in some units to try to do a little bit of a push. But I think the bunker and the few Marines up at the top will be able to prevent that. There is a observer here as well, and the probe does go down. The observer does scoot in, and it will see the Banshee moving out. And Colors is going to be forced to back up. That Banshee and a Raven coming out. There are siege tanks on the way. This is the 111. And the supply depot now being repaired. We'll see if he is able to hold this off. He's going to be throwing down his third gateway. The SCV continuing to scoot about here to see exactly what's going on. That Banshee taking some damage. Oh no, he needs to keep that Banshee alive. And Colors doing a great job of confining that Banshee to the low ground. Looks like a couple of Marines do get force fielded off, but a siege tank is out. It will take down a couple of these units, and Colors needs all of those units to hold off this 111. He's already 11 supply behind. There's also a Raven out to be able to throw down that point defense drone. More Marines getting pumped out, as well as an additional Banshee. We may even see Isis go ahead and repair up that Banshee to be able to do that damage later on. And over here on Color's side, he's continuing to hold this semi-contain over here. Looks like the observer coming in here, it will get taken out, as well as the probe. And Colors is going to be forced back a little bit. He knows that there is a Raven out on the field because he did see that. And there's also a bunker being constructed over here. Does Colors even see that? No, he does not. This could spell a lot of trouble for Colors if a couple of units do end up hopping in there and the bunker does get salvaged. The SCVs getting pulled off the line. Ice is still approximately 13 feet ahead, and there's the Banshee leading the charge, and the few units of Colors going to be checking in the wrong direction. He does not have vision of this attack right now. He does have a single stalker spotting over here. The bunker is complete, and the SCV will continue to scoot around there and see exactly what's going on. He may use these units here to try to pick off reinforcements, but here come the SCVs forward. There's only one Immortal out on the field. A couple of Zealots being warped in, but I don't know if this is actually going to be enough. The siege tanks will be sieging up shortly, and Colors rearranging his units here to try to get around this to be able to take it out. Looks like the siege tanks going to be remaining. Oh, there is no siege mode, so this 111 build does not incorporate siege mode, and looks like it's actually going to be enough to take out this expansion here. And Isis does have a probe inside his base scouting everything that's going on, and Colors is going to be going for a counter push. I don't know if this is the exact best way of doing this. Looks like the tanks and the Marines will be pushing in here. The Banshee also leading the charge, and all of Colors units going to be going for this base trade. I don't know if this is the best way to go about this, as Terran units are, Terran buildings are able to float away, and Protoss buildings are not quite able to do exactly that. And there's this funky base trade scenario right now. Isis does not have his buildings floating away yet, but it looks like the main nexus will soon be falling. Isis actually does have the slightly more powerful army right now. All the buildings are lifting off and will be flying away, as well as the orbital command also lifting, and all the probes trying to get away right now. Isis needs to respond and get to all of those probes, surround him with the SCVs. Looks like the probes trying to get away, but most of them are getting taken down. There's one probe left, and it does get taken down. The Colors has not rebuilt his base and is getting revealed. Looks like that orbital command desperately trying to get away. All of the Terran buildings here trying to float across the field as well. That orbital command looks like it will not survive. All the remaining buildings of Colors now falling. There's two pylons over here that he can try to defend, but Isis, I think he's actually going to be able to get siege mode if he lands that factory and builds a tech lab. 50 minerals. Ooh, not quite able to get that siege mode. Looks like he will be able to take out the remaining of these buildings, and all he has to do is come over here and try to snipe down these 2 pylons, which Colors needs to defend with his entire life. He has these 2 sentries over here that can repetitively force field. Both players are currently being revealed. There are 2 Banshees in the air as well. No cloak for those guys, so it will be difficult to use those guys to try to take down those pylons. Looks like Colors is trying to advance across the field. What he needs to do is actually hang by those 2 pylons. The Terran buildings will also be hanging near the Terran army. That Raven also has that auto turret ability, as well as a point defense drone that will nullify all of those stalkers, and it will make this Protoss army very easy to take out. And here comes the final encounter. Will we see that point defense drone? There it is, going down. I think he has enough for 1 additional point defense drone. Looks like the force field does trap a couple of those SCVs, and the tank's trying to get into a good position, and he does have the siege mode. Will siege up, and down goes the point defense drone once again, and that denies all of the stalkers from being able to do any amount of damage. And GG out of Colors. 1-1-1 OP. I agree with you, Colors. But this game does go to Ices, defeating his opponent by taking out his last buildings. And UMBC takes this match 3-1. Very strong showing from UMBC this season, going up to 6-0 in the Collegiate Star League Season 5. And yeah, and this is Aegis signing off. Please do subscribe.